Well, I've just finished a huge piece of green slate. At least it's huge to me, and I can't wait to show it to you. So let's go into the shop and I'll show you what it looks like. Greetings from South Carolina. My name is David Gillespie, and I've been carving gravestones for about 20 years now. And today I thought I would show you one of my latest, my actual latest. This is a huge piece of green slate, and it's a Roman lettering. So I always enjoy carving Roman letters because they're timeless. When we were in Greece and in Israel, we saw Roman letters in abundance over there, and they look just the same as they do here. So this will be a ledger stone that'll lie flat on the ground. And one thing that I love about Roman lettering is what I consider the leading between the lines. They're always very tight together. On original Roman inscriptions, you see the spacing between lines is very, very slim. So the first thing I did was I had two double incised lines around the edge. I've noticed a lot of original Roman ledger stones had one or two or different forms of simple borders like that. Another great honor with this stone, I didn't realize it until I was almost complete with it, but this is a stone for a centenarian, which is someone who has lived to be over 100 years old. So Mrs. Chatfield Taylor was 100 years old when she died and would have been 101 had she lived until May the 7th. So this is the second time I have carved a tombstone for someone who lived in excess of 100 years. So as you can see, the surface of the slate has all sorts of mottled effects. Different striations, different greens, different dark color greens, lighter greens, pea greens, olive greens. Okay, I think my favorite Roman letter is probably an R. It has straights, it has curves, and it has junctions and connections. But with a Roman letter, you have this bulbous effect down at the bottom where the serif comes in here. And as a matter of fact, for you history buffs out there, the serif is this lower portion right here. The serif is the natural place where the chisel enters and exits the stone. And so it has been argued that the serif, coming from the Roman days, actually was invented or come into use by the trade of stone carving. Another one of my favorite letters in the Roman lettering style is the E. There's a lot of straight lines on this, but when you look closer, there's really nothing straight on it. Almost every line curves at some point. Even the upright curves gradually out here. So even though at a distance it looks straight, there's a lot of nuance and a lot of curves in the E. So with a hand-carved letter, this is a good example to show that this facet creates a shadow, this facet creates a highlight, and it makes it a very pleasing three-dimensional effect, as you can see here with the one source of light coming over our shoulders. I didn't do it on this stone, but original Roman letters, in some cases, we saw in Philippi in Greece, where the Roman letter carvers would take the T and extend the stem up above the top line, and then tuck these two letters underneath so that it actually saved line space. I think that's very charming, and one day I hope to do that on a real stone, but I didn't do it on this one. But also, original Roman letters, you would see sometimes the I come a little bit above the line, and even though it sounds irregular, it actually looks pleasing if you study Roman letters. Also, in the original Roman stones, between each word, they would always put a dot or a diamond shape like this. So they really kept the letters very close together and would only separate words with little characters like this here. So I utilized that just between the two dates instead of the classic dash like you see on so many stones these days. So as you can see, this piece of slate is about 4 inches thick, and it's very heavy, but it's very substantial, and it should hopefully last 300 or 400 years even laying flat. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video tour of this Roman style slate stone, the ledger stone. If you like this type of material, or you would like to subscribe, I encourage you to do so. It doesn't cost anything, and it would help us out greatly. Thank you very much. So if you're a fan of graveyards and gravestones like we are, you might want to consider my book, A Brief Treatise on Tomb and Gravestones of the 18th Century. You don't have to be a Roman to like the stone that I just carved, and you don't have to be a gravestone carver to enjoy pictures and information about 18th century gravestones. So this is for $19.99 on our website. I'll put a link in the description below. And also, if you want to see another video of my gravestone carving, I'll also put another video right here that shows my little commercial of more of my gravestone carving.